been a little minute.
A minute, yeah. Just 1 minute.
One little minute. So we have been at home a lot, and I'm sure you guys all know why. We actually, if you don't remember, we live in Austin, Texas, and Texas has been a little crazy. So we've been staying inside.
Oh wait, can I say a fact?
Yes.
Did you know Austin is the 5th most populated city in Texas? And San Antonio is the 2nd.
Very interesting. So as we said, we're just hanging out at home, but did want to show you some items that we've recently sold and also kind of give you some tips. Again, me and Evelyn, we sell part-time on eBay.
Well,
You have items?
I had 2.
Yeah. No, 3. American Doll.
Oh yeah, 3. I'm about to put American Girl doll, but right now I just have 2. This doll and this bear, like
yeah. I already posted the American Doll.
Oh, you did?
Yes, it's already posted.
Okay, let's go back.
So we're gonna show you some items, also give you some tips. Again, we sell part-time. I have about 240 items in my store right now. Obviously, I like to keep it up to past 250, but you know, with not being able to go out that much, I've gotten
lower.
Well, yeah, it's gotten a little bit lower, but I've had to be creative where I'm finding things. So we are going to change locations and go show you what we got.
See you in a second.
And we're now in a different location.
Wow. We teleported. Just kidding. Just with the power of editing.
Awesome. So, funny fact, as we were teleporting over here, I shattered my iPhone. It is still working to shoot videos, but it is cracked. So I am hopefully going to go to an iPhone repair store tomorrow and get it fixed.
But the sound is working, and there's no really marks on the screen, but except this tiny little orange one.
Yeah, so I'm fine. Thank you. Okay, so we're back.
Oh, you're filming?
Evelyn was consoling me, so because of my iPhone situation. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and show you some items that we recently sold and also give you some tips on how to sell right now, since it has been a little difficult.
In this situation.
Yes, and not being able to go out and thrift and go to all the places that you usually go to. Let's see. Oh, we'll start with an item that I actually sold. I sold it like, I don't know.
Maybe like
a month ago.
Maybe 2.
Yeah. So it was an item that Evelyn and we went to an estate sale.
Yes, this was a while back when there wasn't this situation.
Exactly. So we went to this estate sale, and I was buying some things, and we went into the garage, which whenever you go to estate sales, always look in the garage. Usually things
look everywhere, except where you're not allowed to go, of course.
Yes, but the garage always, stuff is cheap in the garage, but you can end up finding things that are valuable. They usually always think everything in the garage is, trash, which I keep all my merchandise in my garage, and it's not trash. So we were in the garage, and what happened? I spotted in a box and just some random
in a box had some stuff for sports. And there was this
white helmet.
Yeah, white helmet.
Yeah.
And it didn't have a price on it. So we my mom picked it up and bring it to the cashier.
And I saw that it said Bell on it, and so I looked it up real quick.
Oh yeah.
And I knew it was vintage, so I looked up real quick and I saw some stats that said $100, $200, and I was like, oh, awesome. I'm sure that they're selling this for, not that much, so I'm going to grab it.
And then we went to the cashier.
So we went to the counter, the cashier, and if you've ever been at estate sales, it's just this little table and some lady with
a calculator.
With a calculator and her iPhone to, swipe the money. swipe your card. And so I handed it to her and I asked her, how much is this? And she's like, I don't know. I think maybe somebody left it here.
And you're like, no.
I was like, no, I don't think anybody going through the estate sale left it here. That would be very strange. And so she said, oh, well, I guess that was left over from like another estate sale, because a lot of times with estate sales, sometimes they have items from an old estate sale and they like just mix them in with the new stuff. And so she's like, well, how about $20? And today's 50% off, so $10. What did I say?
You're like, okay.
Okay, take my money. Yeah, let's go. See ya. Bye.
I didn't get anything.
So that happened. So I bought the helmet for $10. No, you got like some markers or something.
Oh yeah, I got some.
And it was like $1.
Smelly markers.
Yeah.
$2 a box, but they weren't new. So.
Well, they were vintage.
Yeah, and they were vintage. I can go get them.
If you want to.
Be right back.
Okay. So yeah, so I had that helmet and brought it home. You know, again, there's been a lot of stuff going on. I actually ended up having my appendix removed as well. So I was in the hospital for that. And so there was a period of time where I didn't really post anything for a few weeks. And then I got back into it and started posting again. And oh, here are the markers.
Still has the price on it. See, $2.
Oh, $2. So then it was $1.
And then this is the back. And these weren't Sharpied out at first. I just Sharpied them out because they didn't have these smells in it. They had two smells of like they had like so like the watermelon, they had two smells of the watermelon. The cherry, they had two smells of the cherry, you know, so on and so on. But they didn't have these other ones, so I guess someone took them out, like the original person who had it. But yeah, they're like vintage.
Let's see what year is this from. These are from 2005. So 15 years old. 15 years old. Older, way older. Like, you're only 10.
I'm
so.
10 and I was born
in 5 years.
Yeah.
And so I had some stuff, you know, so I didn't post for a few weeks, you know, again, there was just a lot of stuff going on. And so then I started sorting out my items, obviously when all the shutdown started and everything. So I started grabbing all my items, and I'm very thorough when I research. So that's another tip I will give you guys, especially if you are in selling vintage items. You have got to research, because there's always different models and different, you know, brands, and some brands sell more than other brands. And you know, when you're going back in time, you've got to really research, get on Google, use also
and look on sold, because there's ones, they're like, sometimes they can be really cheap and they're not worth that, and they can be really expensive and they're not worth that. So look at multiple ones, and definitely the sold ones.
Yes. So I went ahead and did the research. Come to find out that this helmet is worth over $1,200. So I bought it for $10, and now I'm finding that it's worth over $1,200.
Oh my gosh.
I know. So
I
was
didn't
like,
know it was $1,200.
Yeah.
I never got the exact price.
Yeah, $1,200. Yep. So I was
Remember
like,
when Daddy
crazy.
did that little trick and like, yeah, I got a new helmet for my new bike.
Oh, and then it was that
that
helmet.
was funny. Yeah.
And I'll like include a picture of it. So I was like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. I can't believe that
Right
this
on the
helmet
screen.
is worth so much. And I just found it in some random box in the garage. So I went ahead and posted it
Estate sale.
at a estate sale, and I had a ton of people emailing me. Very interesting. They're all from the Philippines. I think, you know, there's a lot of motorcycle riders there, and that's something that, you know, that country, they do a lot.
Or maybe you can comment
For
down below
transportation, like any type of
if you know like a exact answer to that.
But a lot of people from the Philippines were reaching out to me, and it wasn't like scam type stuff. They were like actual people. So I had it up for like a pretty, I think I had it up for like 2,000 or something, because some had sold for that much previously. but then I kind of realized that I was kind of overpriced. So then, like, I think I brought it down.
Because someone asked.
Yeah,
if
somebody
they could
was
get
like,
it, 1,000 and something.
yeah, people were offering me like 900, 1,000. And finally, this one guy, he kept messaging me, and you know, I ended up getting.
It was 2 people.
Yeah, two people. And so got him up to 1,200, and it was 1,200 plus. I think the shipping ended up being pretty high, and then it didn't cost me as much, so I made a little bit money on that. But yeah, so that was a find. That was the find of the year.
Really good find. I think the best find of the year. Huh?
Yeah, I mean, it's the highest thing I've ever. One item that I've sold. I mean, there's been items where I bought them in lots. I bought a whole thing of electronics and sold that over, you know, over a period of time. But for one single item, to buy it for $10 and sell it for $1,200, that's been crazy. So I'll show you a picture of that. So here's that helmet if you're interested in, and if you know, spot some stuff like that, look it up, pick it up.
This clip is from a while back, so don't worry.
So it's when we went to the Texas Surplus store together, and we bought a box of electronics. So it was $20, and it had all these Polycom little, you know, to talk to intercom for.
It had like
businesses.
a ton, and it didn't have a label, a price on it at first.
Oh, I did, and I remember I went up to it, and I thought it didn't have a price on it, but it actually did. It was $20.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it was $20 for a big box of a ton of like things.
Conference, Polycoms, all this telephone type of old school electronics for, you know, analog lines. And so, of course, again, if you all see this type of things, a lot of times you think, oh, you know, we have iPhones and we have all this stuff, and nobody really uses this anymore, but they do. So this is for a landline, and they use it. This is the Polycom.
A lot of the stuff that she just said, I do not know. like now I know what a Polycon is.
And like I said, this says property of State of Texas State Office of Administration hearing. So that's what they're using in the courthouses. And so anyways, so bought that box. I ended up, I had a total of like 30 of these. I sold right off the bat 20 of them, and that transaction ended up being like over $200.
Wow.
I sold these, so I'm selling these for $18, I think $18. So I just sold another 5 of them, ends up coming out with shipping and everything to $85. So I will ship those off. So that one box that I bought for $20 of old analog electronics that people think are just trash, I'm already, you know, making like almost $300 on. And I still have more stuff to sell. So, and here's the clip of that. Here we are at the surplus store. This is the back part. This is Evelyn's first time here.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Because usually it's closed during the week.
Weekend.
During the weekend. So looking through the electronics, and they have all sorts of things. Hi guys, so we're still here at the lovely surplus store. Here's some cool lockers and some more. See if there's anything cool in here. Oh, looks like that one's empty. Boom! I guess that one had Evelyn in it. Perfect to put your kid in. I'm running through the chair Olympics. I'm gonna make it. Left the surplus store. Evelyn's gonna show you what we got.
We got a bag of jewelry, which was pretty cheap. It was only $3, and
that's like about four or five pieces
I think more like 6.
6 pieces?
Yeah, like about 6 pieces, and that was a really good find. And I also got some staples because we have a stapler and we're running out of staples. There's a whole section of staples, so if you're really into, I don't know, staples, then there's a lot
And
of staples.
staplers, too.
And staplers. There was a whole box of staplers.
And then I got this lovely box of Polycom electronics for $20.
Say lovely, but okay.
So, remotes, the actual Polycom conference type stuff.
Oh yeah, and the staples were $1 each.
And we spent a total of $25.98, so $26. But we'll see. I don't usually sell jewelry, so we'll try and see what we can sell from there. And then the Polycom stuff, I mean, just the remotes alone go for like $9 to $10. So just by selling some of those, and then just all these little pieces you can sell for, $10, $15. I think some up to $20. So I think this is a pretty good find for this whole box, and we'll see how it sells.
By the way, that was before all this situation. So don't worry.
Yes.
We're safe.
Yes, we're safe. So here's an item that I just recently sold.
From
It's
a long
sold
time ago,
yesterday. Yes. I am a long tail seller.
It reminds me of the genie, like this blue one. Look at this. It's a necklace, by the way. It looks like the genie from Aladdin, like.
So I sold this lot.
Jewelry.
They are actually made in the Philippines. Obviously, they're costume jewelry.
How do I look?
But again, I went to an estate sale, and they had these plastic bags. I mean, they're like the regular size grocery bag. And they said, stuff as much as you can in here for $5. So
Was I there?
No, it was just me and Daddy. So I went and I stuffed as much stuff as I could, and I ended up buying all this, jewelry.
I remember. And those, the other necklace.
Yes. So obviously it's costume jewelry, so it's not real.
The chokers?
But they're vintage, and they're made.
When are they
like
from?
This I don't know. I think they're vintage, but maybe not. But this one is made in where was this one made? Yeah, in the Philippines.
Yeah, they have these little tags
on them. Yeah. So anyways, I bought those a while back, but I've been selling them. I had these chokers.
They were gold color.
Chokers, and
Wait, were they actually gold?
No.
Okay.
No. They were gold. Ooh, that would be great. So this ended up selling. This lot sold for $15 plus like $5 shipping. So I will ship that off. Obviously, always remember, always keep all your Amazon Prime, all that stuff, any packaging, just keep that in there. So I'll go ahead and reuse.
We don't do a lot of jewelry, but we do
yeah, just that costume jewelry.
And some jewelry can be worth a ton, and some can be that cheap stuff that is not worth a lot, like costume.
That's what I have right now.
Yeah, but the other costume
$5 for
from China,
Yeah.
Some stuff from China is good.
Next thing I have are a bunch of cables. So I was at my brother owns a production studio, and he had a box of cables that he was going to throw away. And I said, no, I want these cables. They are all cables for video hookups and things like that, producing. And so this one right here is actually vintage. It has like almost this leathery, look, isn't that interesting?
Yeah, it's like a little bumpy.
Yeah, it's like this leathery.
This one is completely
that's like rubbery,
smooth, like rubber. This is rubber.
So this one right here, like there is a maker called Belden. So if this was Belden, it would be selling for at least $80 to $90.
Wow, that's a lot
for a
cable.
For a cable. This one is not Belden. It's Belden-like. And so I went ahead and listed it, and I think I only have it for like 30 bucks. But again, a lot of people are throwing these things away, and you need to, if you have family members or people you know, and they have electronics or they have, cables or any type of, like electrical type equipment, like don't just throw it away. A lot of it actually is worth money. So, how have we been getting creative since we can't go to Goodwill and we can't go to estate sales? Where have we been looking for things?
Well, first we had well, especially my mom, been looking at my grandma and grandpa's house in their attic because
Yep.
they never go in their attic, and
So
there's really good stuff in there. Their house is full of a lot of
artifacts and arts and
a lot of
stuff that's worth
a lot of money stuff.
So anyway, my dad said, okay, you can go in the attic, you can get whatever you want. I mean, I had to show him what I was getting. There was a couple things that he was like, no, you can't have that. But that's what I would recommend. Again, if you're a full-time seller, you probably have to be out there sourcing and, figuring out deals, how to get stuff. But if you are part-time right now, since you can't go out, or you're limited on how much you can go out, I really suggest for you to reach out to family, to contact your friends, see if people are willing to sell you some things or look in their attics. So this is what I found in my dad's attic.
So should I get the box or the hats first? The box, right?
You can show the box.
Because the outside is the first.
Yeah. Oops, that's fine.
Oh yes. This is the box.
Yes.
So.
And then here, so my dad had all these cowboy hats, and this one is Stinson.
Are you selling these ones?
Yeah. And this one is made of beaver. So very nice. I don't want to get it dirty. They're all like really light colored. So apparently my dad went through a phase and he started buying all these cowboy hats.
And he used to wear them.
Yeah, he wore them for a little bit, but now.
But that was back like a long time ago.
So now he's decided that he does not want them anymore, and he said that I can take them all.
Well, he kept one.
He kept one?
Yes.
Okay. So these ones are selling, I mean, it just depends, but they're selling, I think I have them listed like $40 to $80, just depending on which ones they are. But they're like super nice, really great condition. I mean, if he did wear them, he wore them like once. This one is Stetson as well. Here, try this one on. That one's cute.
This one's smaller.
No, other way.
What's weird is like some of them were really small. Like
yeah, they were really small.
Not all of them, but some of them.
Yeah, it's like they shrink or something. But this one says it's like supposed to conform or something.
Maybe in the comments, if you know a lot about like cowboy hats or whatever, you guys can tell us why they seemed really small.
See, this one says self-conforming. So I guess you wear it for a while and then it conforms to your head. So it like stretches out and conforms. Let me see. This one, my mother is from Bolivia, so this one's actually a Bolivian hat from Bolivia. I think I listed it for like $19. So this one is another one. It's I don't know how to say this. Resitol? Is that, you guys probably know better how to say it. I'm really bad at pronouncing stuff.
Me too.
I'm a little bit, well, we're both dyslexic. Sorry. FYI, we're dyslexic. So it's hard for us to pronounce things. Okay. So
well, not pronounce, just read, kind of.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You're right. Sound it out. It's hard for us to sound things out.
I can pronounce stuff pretty good.
Yeah, exactly. She does pronounce things. It's just hard for us to sound out words. Yeah. Okay. And yeah. So these cowboy hats.
Did you show how this looked in the?
I guess if they're interested in. I mean, it's from Bolivia, so I don't know exactly what's. Somebody might want to buy it. It's from Cochabamba. Okay, so those are the cowboy hats that we found in my dad's attic. And the other thing that we found, and I did go ahead, I already sold one of those hats, so I'll go ahead and show that to you. So there you go. There. We have my dad had some scrapers, and so they're Native American artifacts that
Are scrapers like arrowheads?
So scrapers were used to like clean off hide. So you would have this in, let me see, which one is a good one? Maybe this one. You have it in the palm of your hand. I'm not exactly sure exactly, maybe like this. And then you would scrape the hides, like the deer hide, and you would get the skin and you, oh yeah. So you put this in your hand like that, and the deer hide, you would scrape it off like that, or any type of animals. That you're taking the hide off, you scrape it off.
Hide is like the skin.
Yeah, the fur part. So
yeah,
these
fur,
are,
if you didn't know.
These are the scrapers. And so my dad has like a collection, and he pretty much picked out the ones that he wanted to keep, and I went ahead and there was like a box again.
Did he get them, where did he get them again? Like these ones?
He got these ones in Kentucky. I'm pretty sure he dug them up in Kentucky.
In the fields, right?
Yeah, in the fields in the 70s.
So he didn't buy them, he actually found them, which is really cool.
In like caves. Right? No, this was in caves because some of these, they still have the dirt on them.
Yeah, in caves.
Yeah.
Really cool.
So I'm selling these in lots like this, like 3, 5 lots. I've already sold.
You can look at the my mom's eBay store. What is it called?
Yeah. It's called Krisha's Vintage Austin.
It's called Krisha's Vintage Austin, if you didn't know.
And I'll show you a screenshot of some of the scrapers that I've sold. And the next item that we have...
I thought they were whale teeth, right?
No, these ones are shark teeth. So a very interesting thing that I did find is and I'll show you a picture of it. I found it was like this long...
Gosh. Looks like a megalodon.
It was this long dome shape, and I asked my dad, and he was like, I think it's like a porpoise's, tooth, like a dolphin or something like that, like a prehistoric dolphin. So I started doing research. It smells like chocolate.
I feel like these smell like chocolate.
Like chalk, not
no,
chocolate.
No, they smell like chocolate.
I don't think they smell like chocolate.
I feel like they smell like chocolate.
Okay. And so, yeah, he found these in North Carolina
Look how big
in the
this
1970s.
one is. It's like the palm of my hand.
And again, these are actually the ones that he did not want. He actually has a very nice shark teeth, prehistoric shark teeth collection.
In the sorry, I can't talk today. In the hallway, there's like these cases, and there's like shark teeth and stuff, and it's really cool.
Yeah, so he has them all on like framed and everything. Display, yes, on a display. And so he wasn't sure what it was. Again, research, because if you don't research, you're gonna end up posting stuff, and you're gonna post it for the wrong price. So I'm Googling it, I'm looking on eBay, I can't find anything like it. He said he thought it was a dolphin's tooth, some type of,
Do you
porpoise.
have it?
No, I already sold it.
Oh.
I sold it. And so,
I don't remember
anyways, I researched, I finally found this website, and I look at it, and I'm like, that looks exactly like it. So it ended up being a prehistoric sperm whale tooth, and it was big.
We're going to have this on the screen, by the way.
And so, here is the tooth, and it sold for $100.
Oh my gosh, that's a lot.
And it was sitting in my dad's
You're going to have to show me it, because I do not know.
A dirty cardboard box in a corner.
Do you know what it was?
Plastic.
Wait, what was it again? Like what type of tooth?
A sperm whale, prehistoric sperm whale tooth.
Cool.
So like a huge well.
You're gonna have to show me.
It was in his mouth.
I think I remember that one.
Yeah. So here that one is very interesting. You never know what you can find in somebody's attic. The next item that we have, again, staying with the Native American artifacts.
Let's do a drum roll. Arrowheads.
Yes. So these again are some Native American arrowheads that were found in West Texas, and pretty cool. This one's like a translucent clear one. It's very interesting, and they are in really good condition.
And sharp also.
They're
Pretty
little.
sharp.
They're not. I mean, I know a lot of people kind of want bigger arrowheads, so they are.
Oh, remember when we looked up arrowheads like a few weeks ago, and there was these tiny ones for selling for like $100, and they
This
were like
one's
tiny.
interesting. It looks like a little fish.
Do you remember?
Fish. Yeah, I know. So it just depends
crazy.
on where they're from. Have they been like authenticated and all of that stuff? So really, these
Does look
ones
like a
are
fish.
ones that are from West
That one's
Texas.
really sharp.
And
Look at that.
yeah, so
Okay.
pretty cool. And I've got these ones posted. How much do I have them posted for? $40? I think each one $40 or $35, and that might be high. You know, I can accept a best offer. Obviously,
This one's kind of weird
again,
shape. It's just like
these are
tall.
things that were just kind of hanging out and not really being, you know. So that is it. I will let you know how the arrowheads go. Showed you the scrapers, and let me see what other recent stuff. I mean, just some little things. So I'll show you a couple. Here's a couple more things that I've sold recently. Well,
So, thank you for watching The Bright Side of eBay. Please like and subscribe if you like this video and if you want to see more of our videos. And
the comments down below if there's questions that
any
you
questions or any comments like about like the hats. Like you said, I asked maybe like how they were kind of small, so like maybe they shrinked. If you guys know, then you guys can tell us. And also another one that I forgot what it was. Question.
I can't remember.
Well, bye.
Bye.
Thanks for
See you next
watching.
time.
See you next time on The Bright Side of eBay.